So, welcome to the Wee Hauf, guys. We have got a guest with us, as you will see on the podcast. We have got the legendary Al Thompson.
Hey.
Al has just recorded an episode with us that will hopefully be out at some point in the near future. And he's very kindly agreed to hang on for a wee extra half hour just to chat about some up-to-date stuff that's going on in the world of geek. So, without further ado, will we crack on?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Say hello, folks.
Hello, folks.
That was so energetic. Al, cheers for that. Oh.
I don't know if I was involved.
Of course, yeah. The first thing I spoke about, man.
You're the new co-host.
Exactly. Remember, 2 minutes into the main episode, we kicked Jordan off for you. So,
You're back every week.
it's the Four Musketeers. You're D'Artagnan.
D'Artagnan.
There you go.
There we go.
So listen, what we're going to do the same as we always do. We'll run through it, have a bit of a chat about the stuff that's been happening in the kind of the world of geek recently. Stefan's going to steer me inside a little bit. So
any excuse to touch you.
Love it, mate. So let's start then. What's the best thing that we've watched over the last, because we've not recorded for a few weeks.
Yeah,
so we'll give it a bit of a bigger window.
It's a dangerous window because I watched a lot of fucking TV between Christmas and New Year, so I didn't really do much. I chilled out.
Right. What new stuff?
Well, what I will say, the best new thing that I watched between Christmas and New Year was Wallace and Gromit.
Oh, I've not watched the new one yet.
Fucking amazing. Yes, the Gavin and Stacey Christmas special was on, but I thought Wallace and Gromit was absolutely outstanding.
Fantastic.
Brilliant.
What did you think of the guy that's replaced Peter Sallis in the voice?
I was fine with it.
Oh, I don't know. I heard the clip. They done a bit randomly on Strictly.
Yeah.
And I watched it and it got me excited to watch it, and I've still not watched it. But I thought the voice was just off, and it really, really annoyed me.
If you're looking for it, it will annoy you, but if you just chill out.
But it is so close, isn't it?
Just don't overthink
I
it.
know.
It's a plasticine cartoon.
You don't mean it.
I do know.
Oh, listen, I think that it does make a difference though when they change like voice actor.
Mhm.
My main one is going to be Rick and Morty, because they had to get rid of that guy for reasons, and they brought in two new people who sounded nothing like either one, and it's incredibly distracting, and some of the heaviest episodes in the most recent season felt like someone was taken off them. Al, I don't suppose you watch Rick and Morty?
Aye, there was a guy on TikTok that could do the voices.
Yes, I remember this guy. He did both of them, Rick and Morty, and he was fantastic.
Amazing, and I don't know why they never went for him.
I know, it
happens
felt
quite
really
a lot.
easy.
This happens quite a lot where there's people out there, like, I mean, they've been, so now there's going to be a recasting Darth Vader, right? We lost James Earl Jones last year, and that's when it'll be like, oh, we'll get an actor that ticks certain boxes and it's maybe nearly there, whereas there'll be somebody out there that does just a world-class impression of it and they do not hire and not give the work to. Do you know what I mean? But they do it all the time, and it's a bit frustrating, I find.
But I think the Rick and Morty one is particularly stark because I don't think either of them sound anything like the previous iteration. I don't even think it's close. And if are you up to date with the most recent season?
Halfway through it.
Halfway through it. So have you had like the big massive episode that had the most implications for his story going forward?
You have just witnessed
Absolutely.
No, I'm desperately trying not to spoil it because it's such a
you were
huge
really
deal.
thinking about that thing, huh?
But no, listen, I won't mention it, but that was a huge episode, and it felt like you lost something by not having the proper voice actors.
Something that sounds.
It's meant like this all started for Wallace and Gromit.
I'm so sorry that I hijacked that
We
one.
went to Wallace and Gromit, to James Earl Jones is dead, and Stefan now hates Rick and Morty.
I don't hate Rick and Morty, it's still a great show. Sorry, I've derailed this entire thing.
That's
really
alright.
sorry.
Al, what's the best kind of new thing that you've watched recently?
See, it's new for me.
Aye, that's
Aye, 100%.
So, Succession.
So good.
I watched Game of Thrones when it was live, all the way through, and I got to the end and I'm like, I've wasted my life. So I can't watch things live, I need to wait, and then folk will say that ending was brilliant. So I think we watch it at the same speed as it was on the telly enough, because it's either that or Spidey's Amazing Friends.
Of course.
Fucking amazing programme.
Aye.
We were singing the song the other day at work. So it's the guy from Fall Out Boy that sings the song for it.
Oh, is it? Oh, well.
It's fucking outstanding.
Cool.
So it's a full, proper, legit, licensed TV show. It's fucking outstanding.
I'm curious how
you the song anymore. Friendly neighborhood spiders. Whoa! Oh!
Very Fall Out Boy.
Go, Webs, go!
I'm surprised that none of Succession's been ruined for you.
Same here.
It is about
I mean, I Look, as I said to you earlier, I'm playing through Last of Us 2. I've no been spoiled for that at all. Nothing.
Nice one.
I just know there's bits now for use.
Right.
And a bit in a boat, but I don't know what happens on the boat because of the implication.
So that,
Because of the implication.
that game's been out for quite a while, is
Aye.
it? And is this any reason why you're just getting around to it now?
I'm a shite bag. So I did play it when it first came out. I played through it, and then I don't know. I walked into a building with Ellie, and I was going underground and stuff like that. I'm panicking talking about it.
It's a safe space, you think?
It was complete darkness, and then I was like, walking about, and then I just heard something clicking, and I uninstalled it. It might have been the door locking, but I didn't even know. It was just something clicked.
You're fine, that's
Aye.
so good.
Aye.
It was enough. It was enough to know that no, I'm not doing that.
Aye.
As,
That's Friday what you're selling, only I'm away.
It's one of those things though, when you are watching something behind, like as long as you can miss spoilers while it's in the public consciousness,
Yeah.
if it doesn't get spoiled for you in the first couple of weeks, couple of months, it's unlikely to then get spoiled. But so what are you thinking of Succession so far?
Oh, incredible.
Are you finished it, or are you...
I think I've got 3 episodes left or something like that. I did get spoiled like very recently actually about the big thing that happens in the last season in the plane. That gets spoiled for me. But due to everything else that happens after it, and
it didn't actually spoil it, you just...
I was actually looking forward to it.
I think it's the sign of a very, very good well-rounded show or film or something, if you know what's going to happen and you still enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? But Succession's a fantastic
It's
TV show.
amazing, the guy that wrote Peep Show.
He did.
That's like Francis
Jesse...
Coppola doing Jack. After Apocalypse Now, isn't it?
Jesse Armstrong.
A deep pool one for Jack.
Although Peep Show, what a show. It's absolutely brilliant.
Aye.
I know Succession's absolutely fantastic. Steve, best new watch the last wee while?
I'm torn either between Skeleton Crew and Creature Commandos. So Creature Commandos being the first new DC project
In the Gunniverse.
in the Gunniverse. Watch that. That is really, really funny. It's basically just Suicide Squad again, but nothing. You can't take anything away from it. It's very, very funny. It's very dark because it's all about they're all villains and monsters. But the way that it's done, the fact that the episodes are 20 minutes long as well, if that, it's very, very easy to go through. There's only 7 episodes, very easy to digest. G.I. Robot, if nobody's watched it yet, just look forward to him. He is so funny. I'm pretty sure that's Alan Tudyk, who does a lot of voice work. He is so good. I'm fairly certain it's him that does that, and he's amazing. So Creature Commandos is great. Skeleton Crew, it's a kids show. Goonies in Space was the way it was described to me before I got to watch it, and it's a very, very easy watch. Jude Law, brilliant actor.
Was he great in it?
Yeah, he's really, really good in this. They give him a very interesting character. Obviously everything has to be child friendly, but the show is a lot of fun. And also, got to say, those child actors, I'm usually unfairly harsh on child actors turning in really poor performances. They were all very good.
Right.
So,
I watched the first episode of it and I did enjoy it, and then I've downloaded the rest to watch when I'm travelling next week. But like the point you made as well, like I like letting things build up, so that because it's the wait. It's when I get to the point where I've not watched anything for ages. Like, sorry, the one pod mother threw me there. It's when I see like when you get to that point where there's just a cliffhanger. It was 24 that taught me this, because 24 was like the most exciting TV show ever. You finished an episode, you were on the edge of your seat, and you had to wait a week, and it drove me nuts.
Again, man.
Listen, I enjoy a bit of edging as much as the next guy.
that's why the pod mother just pulled me up. Too much.
Pulled you up.
Touched myself inappropriately.
And on that bombshell, my favourite or my best new watch recently. Have any of you guys watched Landman yet?
Nah.
No, I've seen lots of clips of it though.
God.
This is the Billy Bob Thornton part of the Tulsa King.
You love Billy Bob Thornton, don't you?
Oh yeah.
So it's the Sheridan verse, and I've spoken about it before, and I've derailed an entire Wee Hauf doing it previously, so I'll not do it now. But he'd done Yellowstone, he'd done all of this stuff. He is probably the best writer operating just now. He's phenomenal, and every single piece of media that he puts out is brilliant. Honestly, Yellowstone, obviously it's an absolute magnum opus, but Landman is brilliant.
Excuse me.
Magnum opus, it's like
It's good.
a magnum opus, yeah. It's like I can't think of the other phrase for that because that's the phrase for it.
Okay.
Somebody dig out their dictionary.
The Jay and Silent Bob documentary where they make Jay and Silent Bob reboot is called Magnum Dopus.
Love that. But Landman, absolutely brilliant. Last episode came out the other day, the first season, and it's brilliant. Billy Bob Thornton is better in this than he's ever been in anything.
Better than Fargo?
Better than
He was
Fargo.
amazing in Fargo.
He was amazing in
He's
season 1 of Fargo.
Phenomenal in it. John Hamm, brilliant in it. Like honestly, it's an absolute
I
must
didn't
watch.
actually realise John Hamm was in it.
Must watch.
That's
Cool.
I haven't watched anything in that universe.
It's so good, man. Have you not watched Tulsa King or anything?
Nope.
Oh, so good, man.
I don't know, Tom's King.
Best rewatch, Al. Let's pass it back to yourself. What's what are you rewatching just now, or in the recent past?
This was going to be. This was my one of my other options for coming on to do the podcast with you. It's just animation. I love animation. So
I'll just get you back on for that, definitely.
Bob's Burgers.
Oh, what show.
I saw recently there was a thing online that says if your comfort show is Bob's Burgers, you've got autism.
That's science.
Right, and that video they said that was like 23 seconds long, just in case you were wondering. But it's just a comfort show for me. It's like a family on TV that you don't really see a lot where there's like no friction between them. They just all love one another and they're all pals. And I just love that. And
I wonder what that's like.
they know. And the
Okay.
and they
Is that last word?
So tidbit.
Sorry.
yeah, and like the voice actors and all that are just phenomenal. Like H. John Benjamin, he could read into me, and I'd love it because his voice is amazing. And then but Tina's voice actor, who is just Dan Mintz, I think his name is. That's just his voice.
That is,
You know what I mean?
that is so funny that's the voice that they chose for that character. I think it works really well.
Originally, Tina was meant to be a boy. I can't remember, Oscar or something his name was in the pilot, but they changed it to Tina, and Tina's one of the best characters on TV for me.
I think it's interesting because I've not actually watched any Bob's Burgers, but what you say there about it being that little bit wholesome and that like, all the characters loving each other. We talk all the time about Parks and Rec, and it's one of my favourite comedy shows ever. Yeah. And it was the same. It was like The Office with a heart, and so all the characters really. I don't know if you've ever watched much of it or anything like that.
Apart from Jerry, they didn't really like.
No, they weren't. But even then, Jerry goes on and has the best life.
His wife.
Jerry, Larry, Gary, Gingrich. But it's exactly that. That's the thing that I love. Really, you get so attached to the characters because they just adore each other. Do you know what I mean? I think that's brilliant. So I've been replaying Halo. Bungie then made.
So if you like that, you make like Destiny. So it was made by. It was partly the people who made Halo and also Call of Duty as well. So there was Call of Duty creators on that game as well. So they kind of combined both.
Okay.
It was really good. Parts of it are solo campaign and parts of it are multiplayer online campaign as well. So I would definitely give that a bash if you're trying to get into. That's probably a good bridging game for you.
Probably will.
I never played Destiny, but I do know that the running joke from regarding Destiny was that the scaling for difficulty along with your level increasing was so accurate that the game always felt exactly the same all the time.
There was bits of Destiny 2 kind of changed that a wee bit. There was obviously DLCs and stuff that came out as well, but Destiny 1 probably felt that it was very samey, but Destiny 2 kind of...
The funny thing with Halo is that when you talk about the difficulties and stuff, easy, normal, hard, they were all almost identical. Then you done heroic, and that was like super hard, and then legendary is the best I've ever achieved in any game was completing the original Halo and legendary when I was about 16, and then I tried it when I've reloaded, because I've done it on easy as well. I've reloaded it all day and I thought, oh great, I can do this. I remember Halo, put legendary on, died 8 times in about 40 seconds.
I'll never be a rain warthog.
Exactly.
Kill by a needler.
The best rewatch, sorry for me, now I'm rewatching Dexter because Original Sin has come out.
Yeah.
They're now doing the reboot, Resurrection. Have you seen about this? You look surprised at that, I know you're a Dexter fan.
Original Sin?
No. So there's 3 Dexter spin-offs coming. So they did Dexter, which was brilliant, and season 4 Dexter, for me, still a perfect season of TV, up there with the best of anything ever made. 5 was good, 6, 7, 8 really fell off a cliff. New Blood, brilliant for
Follow
9
up.
episodes, and then again somehow Dexter fucked its own ending twice, right? And now they've done Original Sin, which is a prequel,
With Christian Slater being
Yeah.
Harry.
and it very much feels like Dexter did. So it's just Dexter establishing himself as a serial killer in Miami, and it's brilliant. They're doing Resurrection,
I didn't know
right,
this
which is a sequel to New Blood.
one. I didn't even watch New Blood.
They're all, New Blood. Listen, it's worth watching because you like Dexter.
Is it?
It was better than season 7 and 8, but then they also did. They're also doing a spin-off prequel about Arthur Mitchell.
Oh,
Remember
Trinity.
Arthur? Trinity. So they're doing that. So
I think they fucking need all your ass with that.
Trinity was brilliant.
Are they
So
doing?
no,
Are they doing
Trinity-
this Resurrections thing in a desperate attempt to land a Dexter finale? Just
Eventually,
once?
but it sounds of it, yeah. So they're giving
Trinity
themselves
was
3 more
only
chances.
brilliant because of the shock episode that happened. Trinity, in my personal opinion, I don't think Trinity was the best season. Trinity
Oh,
was
no.
only good for that big shock that you
Oh
got.
no, I totally disagree. Every episode was proper edge of your seat, cat and mouse, 2 serial killers going edge. I can't say the word edge without you latching onto it, man. But I thought it was absolutely phenomenal this season 4. But they're doing that spin-off, which I'm not that excited about, but it just put me right in the mood, and I went back and I started watching Dexter again, and it's brilliant, man. It's so good, the original 4 seasons.
Aye,
So
you're not
good,
wrong.
man. So good.
I'm shite, man. I've not watched anything you guys are talking about.
Ever?
Dexter's Lab, probably the only thing I've done.
Is Melissa Marsh on that, by the way?
Aye. Thighs for days.
Yeah, Dexter's a good watch, man. You
Dexter
watch
is.
the first 5 series of
It's
the
all on
original
Netflix.
show, and it's brilliant.
Aye.
It's all on Netflix.
Mhm.
The original, sorry. Just when you were talking about Yellowstone earlier on, the first 4 seasons of Yellowstone are going to Netflix on the 30th of January as well.
Nice.
So I
Cool.
will watch the first 4 seasons at that point.
So good.
Can't wait to
So
not
good.
watch that. That'll make it onto the same list as Breaking Bad. I just
Yeah,
want
well,
to see it.
We're going to force you.
Nah.
Remember, that's your
Punishment.
penalty. Your penalty.
I love
That's
it.
Punishment.
if you lose the league table of quizzes by the end of the season.
Do you know, I love that the forfeit for that is something that's specifically addressed to me.
Aye, well,
So
you've got
basically
it.
decided I'm
No, but
losing.
you can decide
well
the
ahead of
forfeit
time.
for us.
But that is, so if you lose, we decide
Aye,
your forfeit.
my forfeit wouldn't be to watch Breaking Bad. It'd be to
Aye,
watch
you'd
something you
enjoy
tell
that.
me to watch.
If you watch
Fair
all
enough.
Kevin Smith films back to
Arcane.
back.
Aye, he's arcane
Watch-
daft.
Watch yoga hosels
Yoga hosels.
over and over again.
The commentary on.
That
Until
was
it
like
makes
Clockwork
sense.
Orange.
No, but if you watch it with the commentary on, I imagine it'll be Kevin Smith talking and you'll enjoy
It's
it.
not, it's somebody else.
Is it Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's Johnny Lee Miller.
Who, funnily enough, was in Dexter. We've come full circle. Most exciting piece of geeky news.
Best thing for me was there was a new game announced yesterday. I can't even remember the name yet. Or the day before it was
Dawn Walker?
Dawn
aye,
Walker.
it was something.
Blood of the Dawn Walker.
Blood, I knew it was Dawn Walker. I couldn't remember the first start. Dawn Walker sounds like a shite TV show. It's supposed to be the 80s.
Aye, exactly. They should have placed Carol Vorderman.
Hi, I'm John Walker.
Aye.
But it looks good. So I was talking to one of my pals, Goldie, about it. He's done a wee bit of digging into it, and he's come up with a couple of things that they think they're talking about. You're only going to have a 30 game day cycle to complete it for the story resets again. So there's going to be quite a few different ways to actually.
That's going to
play
be
it.
interesting.
It looks very good. The trailer made it look fucking amazing. It's like a medieval vampire game. It looks class.
Yeah, it does look
As far as I understand, that is someone who was heavily involved in Witcher 3, who's created his own gaming company, and they're the ones that have made this. So that does imply that it could be really good. And again, the trailer made it look fantastic, but I'll hold my opinion until I see
you can't really trust gaming trailers
Yeah.
ever, like for the most part. But
because all of our money could have went into that.
would you remember the Godfather one? Where they done the Godfather game, and the first trailer came out, it looked like a film, and then the next trailer came out, and it looked like maybe PlayStation 2, and then the game came out, it was like Amstrad. It was awful.
Well, I think the biggest perpetrators of this is the Star Wars Old Republic trailers.
Aye.
They all look fucking
films.
incredible.
Aye.
And then you play the game and it's fucking
The problem with the Old Republic was it just wasn't what the fans wanted. The fans wanted Knights of the Old Republic 3, and they made the Old Republic an MMORPG, if that's what they call it.
But the problem is when you actually try and play through it, it's shite World of Warcraft.
Which exactly, which is not
really
what the fans
fair.
wanted.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Exciting piece of news for you, Steve. You had one.
The Daredevil Born Again trailer dropped a couple of days ago.
Wow.
That looks brilliant. All my concerns about Disney having a property like that,
Disney-fying it.
yeah, just all gone, just because of some of the stuff you see in that trailer. It looks brutal, hard hitting. You see people's fucking arms getting snapped in half. So it looks like it's going to have that kind of darker, heavier element behind it. I really enjoyed the scene that they're giving away of Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio, Fisk and Daredevil having the chat.
Diner scene.
It's
Yeah,
like
the diner scene
in
looks-
it's like Al Pacino and Robert De Niro facing each other down.
It looks really, really cool. I suppose it's maybe just time, but Vincent D'Onofrio doesn't look big enough. Kingpin doesn't look big enough for me.
Well,
But
they turned them into kind of like, what is it? It's not a Bahama shirt. What do they call these shirts?
that was comic book the Hawaiian shirt.
A Hawaiian shirt.
I know you're
Turned
doing
them into
that.
that, ankles and all of that, and he's
I know.
far less physically imposing. But
Well,
I think
he wore that in the Hawkeyes show.
Yeah.
Tommy Bahama, is it something like that?
exactly, yes, he's like
But still, I don't really mind it too much. Everything else about that, I thought it got me very, very excited for that show.
I've seen how
And I was very nervous about it for the longest time. My only concern, and I've already mentioned it to you, is because Foggy only appears in a single shot of that trailer. Really, really worried that the whole thing that stopped him being Daredevil was going to be the Foggy died. And I really, really like Foggy's character. I think he works very, very well. I think the back and forth between the two of them in the original series is almost what makes Matt Murdock, when he's not Daredevil, what makes him entertaining. It's just back and forth and all that stuff. I know you don't care about Foggy, but I care about Foggy, and I'll be good.
The guy that played Foggy, do you know he was the
Bash brother for Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks,
I told him earlier on he was dead and he wasn't in it because they were rebooting the Mighty Ducks first film and he was back in it.
I get so excited.
cool, man.
I'm going to read it.
How dark's Mighty Ducks going to be the reboot if it starts with him dying? Most exciting piece of news for myself, they've finally given the date for the final tranche of episodes of Cobra Kai. I love Cobra Kai, it's brilliant, it's funny, it's exciting. There's a Karate Kid film coming out later this year as a follow-up, I think, but it's like people have been, like, the critical reception of Cobra Kai for the last season hasn't been as strong. The episodes have been brilliant, so it's 15 episodes, they've done 2 tranches of 5 so far, absolutely brilliant, can't wait to see how it finishes.
I watched seasons 1 to 3 and gave up.
But you've not watched Breaking Bad, so your opinion doesn't matter.
That's his opinion.
Al, is it
Smooth.
Al, is there anything you're particularly excited about that you've seen in the news recently? No? Kevin Smith maybe coming to Glasgow?
Well, I mean, you said that earlier that maybe coming to GFT. That honestly, my nipples are rock hard.
Nice.
Aye, but I watch comfort shows myself
Yeah.
and just kind of I deal with that stuff. So I'm watching a new anime called Rise and Impact about a wee boy playing golf. It sounds piss.
That's an anime?
Aye, it's about a guy going to a golf school.
Shoots more hentai.
I called Rise and Impact on Netflix, and I thought I'd just mention that as well because I've nailed the news.
Cool.
Fair enough.
That's news none of us knew about. That sounds quite interesting. This week in Geek, we'll very, very quickly recap. You've mentioned the Daredevil trailer, which is the same as the Daredevil trailer.
Oh hi Daredevil!
Daredevil.
I'm screwing uni guys.
The Gungan Devil, which you guys made me watch earlier on. It's bloody brilliant, cannot wait. Rory McCann has been cast as Balin Skull
Oh yes, I remember this as well.
in Ahsoka season 2. I don't know if you're a big Star Wars man now.
The series and all that just don't really interest
Nah.
me. Really.
I'm the biggest Star Wars geek in the pod, and I'm very excited about it. I think he'll be very good. They were really, really good pals, having Ray Stevenson.
In real life supposedly.
Good to see how they do it.
Sorry.
No, all I was going to say was Ray Stevenson's character was one of the most interesting in the Ahsoka series. Everything that I don't know, the path he was going down was the one that had me the most excited. All the other stuff was great, and all the references to Clone Wars. Obviously, I've not watched as many episodes as you or as Rebels. I only watched the ones that you needed to see before Ahsoka came out. But the Ray Stevenson stuff was really, really interesting, very mysterious. I just hope Rory McCann does it justice.
I think he will. Like the thing, so the whole Balin Skull character for me was one of the more underwhelming things, because they planted lots of really interesting seeds and then just didn't really do anything with it.
Didn't matter.
Like, but obviously that was with a lead into when we do season 2, it's going, and then obviously Ray Stevenson passed on. But the one thing I genuinely thought off the back of, they did the trailer I was talking about it a while ago, the trailer for the live action How to Train Your Dragon. Gerard Butler's in it.
Yeah,
I can't stand Gerard Butler as an actor. I think he's atrocious. Right, sorry, Jerry.
Yeah,
but
shite.
he's mobbed up, right? He probably does. He's a Celtic fan, I don't care. But no, he's good in the films that he's in. I liked Olympus. Olympus Has Fallen and whatever else.
London Has Fallen.
That one and all. I liked them. Citizen. Law-Abiding Citizen was good.
Law-Abiding Citizen is probably the best film he's ever done.
Aye, that was a good film, right? But when I saw him in the trailer for this, he looked identical to Bailen Skull, so I thought it was going to be him, and then you tell us the other day it was Rory McCann, so we'll see what happens with that. You mentioned Don Walker. Very sadly, we lost David Lynch this week. Absolute, I nearly said the phrase living legend there. Absolute, recently non-living legend. Absolutely brilliant, man. And off the back of that, I'm definitely going to go back and watch all of Twin Peaks again. Frasier's been cancelled. I've talked about Frasier if you
fucking joking.
I know, the reboot's been cancelled apparently.
I think more folk watch this than watch Frasier.
Hopefully, listen, who knows, DVD sales might save it.
Nicholas Lyndhurst, hope for that fucking Only Fools and Horses to come back.
We had the Golden Globes, which none of us paid particular attention to, which is unusual, but there was a few interesting things. Most notably, an actor that we all are big fans of, Ted Danson, won the Carol Burnett Award, which is for services to comedy, which I'm absolutely happy with that. So brilliant, and funnily enough, off the back of my Frasier rampage, I'm now going back through Cheers. And then the last one, have you seen the news about there's an actor that you really like? You were talking about a show called Cross.
Yes.
And he of course was Hawkman, and it wasn't Flash, it was Black Adam.
Black Adam.
Have you seen what he's apparently going to be cast as?
No.
Black Panther.
Buzzing.
Aldous Hodge is potentially going to be the new Black Panther.
I'd seen.
I'm there for that.
I'd seen rumours that they were going to recast the Black Panther role. I think that's the right move. It may be a shame, and I don't know what happened, but
just tell you.
Because I don't know how many people watched Black Panther 2. That movie really suffers from not having.
Whoa, careful what you say.
Why?
Because you got a female lead.
No, it's because
Disney fan, man. If it's not male lead.
It's because the story. No, it's because the story is still about him. And he's not there, and that's the problem. If they'd made it about her, it would have been fine, but it's not. It's all in the shadow of
They couldn't not do that after Chadwick.
I know they definitely had.
It was an homage. I
thought they handled it really well, actually.
I would 100% well be up for that. He's a fucking brilliant actor.
I don't think they would be doing it if it wasn't for what's the girl? Is it Letitia? Whatever her name is that played her, but apparently she's caused a lot of problems. Has become quite high maintenance on set and stuff. And so I think that that's the good thing about the whole Black Panther mythology, is that it's a mantle that passes.
It's not a person.
Exactly. But the only disappointing thing about Aldous Hodge being Black Panther is it means it's not going to be Winston Duke, like who plays M'Baku. Give me a film of him getting the Black Panther.
Is that the big massive guy?
Aye.
Yeah.
He's so funny, man.
Really funny.
When he says to Okoye, like, oh, be quiet, bald witch.
Bald-headed demon.
It's the bit when fucking Martin Freeman tries to talk to him and they'll start barking. That's one of my favourite things that's ever happened.
He's a highlight, man. He's
amazing. He's a brilliant actor.
I still remember the scene in the second Black Panther movie where you think he gets killed.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did it. It was someone else that gets murdered. Immediately after you see him, and it's a guy dressed just like him, and you think, did they just fucking kill him like that? Like it was nothing.
For the next time we do a deep dive on Marvel stuff, his character is one of the perfect examples of why the MCU was so much more successful than the DCU.
I would honestly like that we do a what if episode, and what if he was Black Panther. I would like to see that.
Aye.
Have you watched any of them?
I've not watched the new What If. I knew you were going to have something. I mentioned it.
Season 1 didn't.
Oh no, so I've seen season 1 and 2.
Season 1 was great.
I know I watched season 1. I wasn't particularly first. I watched season 2. I was even less impressed. So I've not even bothered.
I liked the first one.
I've just not seen 3 yet. I've not.
Okay.
We'll finish up, guys. So Al, thank you so much for joining us. I know, and it's a habit I've started developing, I know. But before we do, obviously you joined us for the Kevin Smith episode that we filmed today. I've lined up a wee Kevin Smith quiz here for us to run through as a team and see if we can get 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Shall we try?
So what we'll do is we'll decide what we think the answer should be, then Al will tell us what the right answer is.
Exactly, and then we'll put in Al's correct answer into the thing.
Sounds good.
So, right, first question. In Dogma, the wardrobes for the angels were coordinated. What were the winged men sporting? Nylon and Nikes, lime green jumpsuits, black coats and boots, or hoods and hush puppies?
Well, it's the hoodie underneath the coat, so what's that then?
Hoods and hush puppies.
Hoods and hush puppies then.
Was there not coats over the hoodies?
So what was the options again?
So what's a
So nylon and
hush
Nikes,
puppies?
lime green jumpsuits, black coats and boots, or hoods and hush puppies?
So they weren't like black coats, they had hoodies on, then they had like trench coats.
The hoods were, that was their halos. Like that's
is that the symbolisation?
Hoods and hush puppies.
Hoods and hush puppies.
Okay, it doesn't tell us until the end.
Amazing. So we're fun.
In which breakthrough View Askew film does Ben Affleck not appear?
He's not in Clerks.
He's not in Clerks.
I'll go with Clerks. The now famous Jason Lee had his first job acting in a View Askew film. Which gem was it?
Mallrats.
He's in Mallrats.
Was that his first one? Did
Yeah.
he not make
It's Clerks and
Mallrats. Mallrats was
and
the
he's
first
not
one
in
that Jason
Clerks.
Lee was in.
Perfect. The first time the character Silent Bob speaks is in Clerks. He makes a statement about women. What does he say? Most of them just
cheat on you.
Cheat on you.
Well done. Name Kevin Smith's fellow writer and producer on several of his films.
Scott
Mosier.
Who done The Grinch?
The Grinch, aye.
Fucking
Do
amazing.
you notice how loud Stefan's been here? Like, I want Al to know I'm good with Kevin Smith.
I'm so intimidated.
Stop motion!
Showing off in front of your new pal.
35 Broad Street, Red Bank, New Jersey is the location of a View Askew store. What is this delightful place called?
I Sell Comic.
No,
that's the
right,
program.
please. It's called
Please.
Jane Silent Bob's Secret Stash.
Well done.
I just
How does a character who is shown both as a high school acquaintance of Dante Hicks in Clerks and a game show contestant in Mallrats meet a similar tragic end? I feel that might need to repeat that. So how does a character who is shown both as a high school acquaintance of Dante Hicks in Clerks and a game show contestant in Mallrats meet a similar tragic end?
So these two people die the same way.
It's because the guy, Michael Rooker, is that his name? His daughter in it, she replaces the lassie that dies by having an embolism when she's swimming. So that
Swimming pool.
Well
done. Funnily enough, Stefan has a Michael Rooker quote tattooed on him.
Mary Poppins, yeah.
That's from Gans Volume 2.
What's yours again?
I immediately regret this decision from Anchorman. And yours is?
It's okay, I'm a limo driver.
It was part of a bet and Jordan. It's a serious delayed response.
I just
we were all steaming one night and said, we'll all get movie quote tattoos and stuff, and then Jordan went out literally the next day and just got it. And then it took us about 10 years. It took us about 10 years to do it. Jay's rap and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back is an extended version of a song he sings to himself in Clerks. True or false?
I'm going to say true.
Goff, does he sing to himself? That can't be true.
It doesn't say he dances and
False.
false.
It does like the whole dance sequence, but
False.
I think
We'll go with false, okay. In which film won't you find Joey Lauren Adams, who by the way should have been a bigger star?
Who's Joey Lauren Adams?
Alyssa,
Chasing Amy.
Ah, shit. Right, so Biodome, Mallrats, Dogma, or Chasing Amy. She's in obviously in Chasing Amy.
I can't remember on Dogma.
She's in Jane Silent Bob Strike Back.
That's not what it
That's
is.
not what it is.
No, hang on. I think she's in
Biodome,
Dogma.
Mallrats, Dogma or Chasing Amy. She does appear in Mallrats.
Yeah, she's in Mallrats.
She's
I'm trying to
obviously the
think.
main one in Chasing Amy.
He brought a lot of people back for Dogma, and it's one of those.
I'd probably say the
Why is
first one.
Biodome getting involved?
I know that's not a
I think that's
Kevin
to
Smith
throw as a red herring. She must be in that.
Aye, that's what I'm
Go
thinking.
for Dogma.
Hope he's alright.
Okay. And Kevin Smith's writing usually involves at least some reference to Star Wars. In which film is Star Wars seen as a racist metaphor?
That'll be any time.
That's
talking
Clerks
about.
too, isn't it?
Aye,
That's not one of the options. So
No,
it's Jane Silent Bob
Strike Back.
Well, that would be like a random
Chasing
thing
Amy,
to say.
Mallrats.
So surely Clerks.
Is it? Oh
Same.
no.
It does sound very random, to be fair.
It does.
Because Mallrats is when he's standing talking to Stan Lee.
seen as a racist metaphor.
We go for Clerks and finish this episode.
Aye.
Let's do it. So how did we do? Hoods and Hush Puppies was correct. Clerks was correct. Mallrats was correct. Cheat on You was correct. Scott Mosier was correct. Jane Silent Bob's Secret Stash was correct.
Well done, Al.
They Both Die in a Swimming Pool was correct.
We got one wrong.
Jay's Rap was an
Apparently
extended version of the
does sing
song,
it
so apparently
himself.
that's true.
I don't know when. Can I be?
Oh no, I the correct answer is true. Dogma was correct for Jolie Lauren Adams.
Cool.
And Chasing Amy was where Star, of course, is when they use Star Wars anytime they want to make a racist joke.
Nah.
Of course, it is. 8 out of 10.
Last night, I don't remember that.
8 out of 10. We'll take
A
that.
deleted scene.
We'll do it. Based on your knowledge, I think the quiz is probably wrong. Guys, end of the Wee Hauf. The wife's trying to get parked outside, so we better wrap this up quick.
In
Absolutely.
case you parked across the road now.
There we go.
Even better.
There we go.
We're
Thank
not
you
half
for
hour
tuning in. Al, thanks so much, mate.
I really appreciate it.
I look forward to it next time.
Thank you, mate.
And we'll see you on the 14th of March at the Griffin in Glasgow.
8 o'clock.
I should get at
That's
least
6.
2 more
Like it
potential
says on the
people
poster.
coming.
Thanks very much for that. Aye.
Oh,
Cheers.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
guys. See you next time.
Thanks. Bye.